Welcome to the Chip and Cern Show, the podcast about everything and nothing at the same time. They were possibly separated at birth, only to be rejoined to create the sweet sounds that will caress your deepest cochlea. The show is real, random, rant-filled, and ruthless. Please be warned that this show may hurt your feelings, offend your grandma, and even kick your dead dog in the balls. So get ready, and let's get this shit started.
This shit has started. I am Chip.
I'm Cern.
And you are listening to the Chip and Cern Show.
Once again. Or for the very first time.
And if you are listening for the first time, hopefully a friend told you, because that is what we are asking you to do for us.
That is your homework.
That's your homework for today's episode. If you're enjoying what you hear, please, if you're feeling so inclined, share it around with some friends or anyone that you think will enjoy it.
And if you're not enjoying what you're hearing and you hate somebody, just share it with them.
Yeah. Say, hey, I think you would really like this. And you know it'll torture their eardrums for 25 to 45 minutes.
Depends on the how many digressions we go on.
Now, we wanted to put this out early, a trigger warning. This is the first trigger warning in Chip and Cern Show history.
Whoa.
Specifically for Dana.
That's right.
This is a Fortnite situation that could be damaging to some people. So there is a Fortnite trigger warning.
Trigger.
If you are a lover of Fortnite, this could,
Trigger.
could do damage. You could be triggered. Speaking of triggering, I'm about to trigger this Hopalong IPA down my gullet.
There we go.
From what's now a Chip and Cern Show favorite, Indian Valley Brewing here in Novato.
Novato, yeah.
Novato.
It is a favorite.
Oh. As Charlie's been saying,
Ooh,
delicious.
That is delicious.
We've reviewed this one before, but it's their Hopalong IPA 6.5 ABV, canned merely hours ago.
Delicious.
Bright, fruity, perfect summertime.
I agree.
I mean, if you're
goes down smooth.
If you're watching some baseball, how many of these could you put away?
Oh,
Sixer?
A sixer, easy.
And these are the tall cans too. Now, so if you're in the Marin area, come up to Nevada where Chip lives, to Indian Valley Brewing on Railroad Avenue, 1016 Railroad Avenue. They have a new tap room there, open like maybe a month ago.
Ascended
It's
from the
legit.
heavens.
Cerny, you're going to have to come up sometime early, and we're going to have to go over there and have a pint or two for ourselves.
Oh,
and
absolutely.
Then come back, turn the mics on, and have a couple more.
There we go. Sounds like a day.
So this story, it's baseball season, as you probably catching a theme from some of our shows. This came out. Carlos Santana of the Philadelphia Phillies, or the Philadelphia Bryce Harpers, as I've been calling them.
Oh, man. The new face of the MLB, right?
Until Trout. No, everyone's signing extensions. It's like extension season now.
I mean, at first when Arenado signed an extension, I was like, holy shit. And then Bryce Harper hit his, and then Mike Trout. Whew.
He just said, fucking hold my beer, everybody. 430 mil.
Over 12 years?
That's a lot of money. Anyway, Carlos Santana. Now, is he...
He's good.
He's good.
I had him, so we play fantasy baseball. Well, we used
Formerly.
to. We used to. So it turns out.
I've retired how many years ago? Probably 2 to 3.
So this is my first year of retirement.
Okay. Welcome to just a better state of mind, Cerny.
I don't have to check my... So tonight, as we record, the boys are doing their draft.
Yeah.
Now, there is some I missed... The draft was kind of fun.
No, wait, was it? Because remember, Tony would put his shit on auto draft, and he would just burn the time up.
That's right.
But that's just Tony. Anyway, I digress.
But now, but it would be a pain to, I think the buy-in was like $50, $100 for what it was. And I said, you know what, I'm out because I'm just setting fire to $50 and it's not.
Again, I did the same thing with the March Madness brackets. I know you do your brackets.
Yes.
I'm sure Dana and Joe over and under 5. How many?
So I did like oh God, I don't know. I did a couple.
Yeah.
I did like the free like CBS like
Okay.
Best bracket wins like $1 million or whatever.
Okay.
I mean that's not gonna happen. But
Right.
I didn't.
It's just fun to do. But these other ones,
Just to see.
at work, they're coming around. Hey man, you wanna do a bracket? $20. I'm like, for the past 10 years, I've donated $20 every time.
Yeah.
I don't know a fucking lick about college basketball.
I mean, I know a little. I don't watch it, but I know a little bit where it's like every year a 12 seed beats a 5 seed,
Yeah.
and most
Yeah,
years at least it is, and it actually happened this year twice, I think. But
Already.
yeah, we're in the second round now. So Oregon was a 12 seed and they beat number 5 Wisconsin, and then I think Murray State 12 seed beat.
And then next week's the Sweet 16, and then the Elite 8, and the Final Four.
and then
Okay.
the championship game.
Well,
Now it was fun when we went for Dana's.
I was trying to bring it back, sir.
I'm sorry.
No, go ahead. It was
fun.
Yeah.
So it was fun to see that, but it's difficult. But
Was
anyway,
it Dana's bachelor
Yes, it
party?
was. Yeah.
Is that where I won all that money
Yeah,
when Joe was
where-
gambling for me?
Yeah. No. Wasn't it Brad?
Both. I was extended 3 ways.
Oh.
Joe had some money for me, and Brad was running.
It was. The night was a little blurry for certain at that point.
Well, didn't we try to start walking back?
Yeah.
out of the casino?
And, it
And
was
it's
like,
like-
a fucking 50. It was like 20 miles or something. Remember, we had to get that guy, the
Remember-
Uber driver. Remember that guy? He was like a serious gamer. He was talking to us about games the whole way back. I do remember that point because I was like, "Wow."
Did we leave them?
They left us. They got in the SUV and they took off and
Did Tony ring this?
yes.
Of course.
And
Why
it
am I
was
not
like,
surprised?
It was you and
Why am
I,
not
you and I
surprised?
and Brad. It was us three.
Okay.
It was us three. We were left behind by the other fucks.
And then I remember we started walking, but it was really fucking cold.
It was freezing.
And like the security guard was like, "What are you guys doing?" We're like, "Oh, we're just walking." He's like, "That's a freeway down." Like we were gonna start walking down 50
He's
or
like,
something.
Are you good? You guys need an Uber? Like, that's a great idea.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry.
You're like, "Do you think we can get another beer while he's waiting?"
Okay,
so
Carlos Santana. So
back-
like I said, fantasy team. He was on my fantasy team for a few years. He's actually good.
Okay, that's good to know. I wasn't
Catcher
sure.
/ first baseman.
Oh, utility. Earlier this year, like in spring training, he admitted to taking a bat to a TV in the Phillies clubhouse late last season when he learned that multiple teammates were playing Fortnite during a September game where the Phillies had been eliminated from postseason contention. He says, "I see a couple players." This is quote, "I see a couple players. I don't want to say names. They play video games during the game," Santana told ESPN, referring to the 10-2 loss to Atlanta on September 28th. "We come and lose too many games, and I feel like they weren't worried about it. Weren't respecting the teammates or the coaches or the staff or the front office. It's not my personality, but I get angry because I want to make it good."
Okay.
Wow. Now, Jake Arrieta told ESPN that gaming during the games only happened once or twice, and that was enough to trigger Santana, who was traded.
It's only once or twice, but
Yeah.
once is good enough. You playing games during the middle of the fucking game? Come on. Chip and Cern got yelled at for less than that.
So this is the fun part that I wanted to get in.
Okay.
So we alluded to this in another podcast, but Cern and I, we played baseball in high school through high school every summer. I think we would play together.
Yes.
And one summer we got on a traveling team.
You know what's funny is I think about it real quick.
Yeah.
I think like Joe, Dana, like
Yeah.
we're all such good friends because we played baseball and it was so intensive. We saw each other every single day.
Yeah. And at school, and then we were probably spending
More time with each other than with our own families.
Oh yeah,
like we were like
no doubt,
yeah,
no
because
doubt.
we see each other at school, and then we would be
At practice,
at practice, and then after practice we'd go to each other's houses and
thick as thieves, as the
Thick as
saying
thieves,
goes.
yes.
So we were on this traveling team. Was it junior year, or is it in between sophomore and junior
in between
year?
sophomore and junior year.
Okay. And this was a new traveling team, and traveling like competitive baseball during the summer was sort of the cool thing to do, or a lot of people were doing it.
Yeah.
And it would basically be like a local coach that was good would gather up, like see how much he could make from a lot of players' parents. And it was, I mean, out of the team that was on, how many got drafted? Like 5 or 6?
It was quite a few.
Like quite a few people. So it wasn't a bunch of fucking slapdicks.
No.
Obviously, because Joe didn't get invited, but sorry, Joe. He probably did. He probably got invited.
They didn't get invited though.
Dana, sorry, Dana. Now, and we would go. We went to Florida.
Yeah, in Arizona.
Arizona. Did we go to Georgia, or did we?
I don't think I didn't.
It was Florida.
I didn't go to Georgia.
Okay, it was Florida, and
Arizona.
maybe we drove up because I like made my parents take me to a Braves game or something.
Oh yeah, you're right. Because you did go to Georgia. I didn't go to Georgia.
Okay, I don't know if I actually played baseball there. I just went for a game.
Yeah,
a Braves game maybe.
Oh yeah, you're right. Because I didn't go to Georgia. I remember going. I remember Arizona.
It was in Florida because I specifically remember the dirt for the infield was that red clay, and it would stain the shit out of your fucking uniforms. Yeah. So we went there. I mean, I think that was the first time I flew. Maybe.
We went to Arizona first. We flew to Arizona first. Joe was there. Joe was invited to that.
Okay.
Because that was when you knocked over his mom in the hotel room.
Oh fuck.
Joe was invited to this.
Wow. We might as well tell that story. Okay. Yeah, so Joe was invited to Arizona. I would guess that my family that we drove.
No, we all flew.
Okay, we all flew.
We all flew.
And Joe,
you flew because this was. Quick side note: so Chipper had a streak of school days.
That's right.
So we flew to Arizona. We played in a tournament, and you flew back early to keep your streak because you had missed a day since kindergarten, right?
Yeah.
You never missed a day.
No.
So
college, different story, but
yeah, but you flew back so you can keep your streak alive.
Wow. Certainly remembers that about my life, and I do not. And so we're in Arizona. Good baseball going on.
Yes.
And
it was a wood bat tournament.
Oh, that was fun. I remember thinking like how cool that
we all
was.
got like brand new wood bats.
Just fucking breaking them left and right. Remember like some dude broke 3 in a game or something. Like you're gonna make a fire with all that kindling.
Exactly.
And we were in Joe's room. Were you in that room too?
Yeah, I was there. Oh, of course I was.
And Joe and I were doing a little roughhousing.
Good old fashioned roughhousing.
We were just fucking around on the bed. I mean, this is in like a Hampton Inn or like a Super 8 or something.
Yeah, it was like
nothing crazy.
Remember,
it wasn't like a Four Seasons or anything.
Wasn't there? Okay, come on. Sorry.
No,
remember, there was like prostitutes out. Remember, there was like
what?
I remember.
What?
Yeah. Sorry, I do remember. Like there was the big thing. Like there's some prostitutes out there. Like people were like, what? I was like, oh, shit, I don't know, because we were like high school. We're like,
yeah,
dude, I don't know.
We're like, hold on, I have $5.
Yeah, like how much money?
Well, show us their tits for $5.
Yeah. I think that was the thing. Like how much?
Wasn't?
I don't know if I want to get a PJ from her. That's kind of scary. But what if shut her?
Kind of scary. Wasn't there a couple of 18-year-olds and they went to buy a dip?
Yeah.
And like legit the entire baseball team, like 12 people rolled into like a 7-Eleven.
Yeah.
One guy, and one guy was like Skull Mint or something. Yeah. And the guy's like, okay. And we were like, yes.
We scored.
Didn't we make him buy us like porno mags too?
Yes.
Okay.
We did.
And
it was like the whole gauntlet or whatever. It was one guy. It was one guy's 18. And
we're like, we got to take advantage.
Yep.
Ciggies.
I mean, fuck it. Just go through it. Cigars.
Porn. What else could you do?
Do we have? Is anybody 21? Can we buy some?
Yeah. And anyway, we were in the hotel room, and Joe and I were we were kind of like wrestling, right?
Yeah.
Or something. And
now, hold on. Let's just go back to the porn thing real quick.
Okay.
This is
happily.
This was the dawn of the internet. Remember? So this was like for those if we have some
dial-up time, right?
Yes, it was dial-up. So this was for the young listeners who think we're insane. This
right.
Porn magazines were that was the ticket.
The quickest way to
yes. This wasn't YouPorn and
no
Pornhub
tube sites, stream sites were not a thing.
That
literally
was either you had to pay like you had to pay like a website, like or that was
or if you had like Kazaa or LimeWire, you would download. I'm not joking. One photo, and remember, I have specific memories of this. Of it, like, so you would be on some site, and it would show. I don't even know if it would show thumbnails, but it would be like links, like
and it'd be like bloop. It would be like
mom, big tit MILF or something, and you're like, okay, I'm going. This is the one I'm going in on. Because you only had one. I mean, you're like 15 or 16, right? Like, you're not going to last through a couple photos.
No.
So you click that one on, and then it starts loading. Like, it starts clicking down like an inch at a time, and you're like, her hair's looking good. Okay, good. The hair on the top of her head is looking good. Go down, like, okay, face isn't too bad. Go down, like, cleavage. Next one load. No! Nipples. And then it would go down, and we're like, oh my God, racing stripe. And then by that time you were fucking spent. But that would be, it would probably take, 5 minutes to load a photo?
Oh yeah, it would take forever.
And then you're fucking looking out, are your parents coming home, or
like, you'd be like, so like, remember somebody like, just pick up the phone, like, who's on the internet?
Yeah. Because you would pick it up and it would just sound like a screaming eagle in your ear.
Who's on the internet? Like,
you got a tent in your pants and you're only seeing her nose.
Okay, sorry.
I digress.
I digress.
So we were in Joe's room.
That's right.
It was just his mom,
right? There was no porn in that room.
No, I don't think so. I don't think there was any porn.
No, if it was hidden.
It was probably we swirled it away somewhere. It was just his mom and Joe, right?
My mom was in there.
Because
they stayed together. Remember?
Okay, I don't. So I need you to fill in.
So it was Joe's mom and my mom stayed together. And
did your dad?
No.
Okay.
He had to work. He was teaching.
Oh, right. And then Joe's dad didn't come.
No. So it was just them two, and then I was there.
And
because I didn't stay. We all stayed in the same room, didn't we?
Did our parents just kind of kick together some money and buy the boys a room?
Yeah. Because I believe because I was like, I didn't stay in that room, obviously, because I remember they stayed together. But
right. Did I stay with you?
No, I think.
I'm sure my parents.
I think your mom came. So I believe, was your mom?
My whole family. I remember my brother being there. Right?
Yeah. So you stayed. It
was like a vacation during the summer.
Yeah. So. No, it was but it was like they all came.
Oh, you're right. It was during school.
Yeah. So I remember staying with Joe. Like we were in the same room.
Okay.
Which as I think back now, what the fuck?
What were your parents thinking?
I can't remember what we were doing, but so
Dutch rudder.
Yeah, that's right.
Rusty
trombone
does all around. Okay.
Cleveland Steamers all.
Yes.
It was
now we're talking.
No. So, but you were there. You we went in there for something. Remember, we had like a. We had a team meeting. Remember, we had a team meeting because this was an evening. Remember, we had like a team meeting.
I remember it being in the evening,
and we had huddle up in the fucking
lobby of the hotel,
and you gave some
spill,
stupid, whatever,
rah.
And then remember he had a curfew, don't be out past whatever. So we walked whatever. We went to our rooms.
You were like, yeah, well, we're gonna take the 18-year-old and go buy dip and porn.
Yeah,
Sinkies.
We're gonna have a fucking circle jerk. But anyway, around the magazine.
And then Joe and I were just fucking around, just wrestling, right? Kinda.
Because that was what we.
That's all we did.
That was our norm.
Was just it's two boys and you're just going to be roughhousing.
And you were a wrestler, remember, at that point.
Oh, that's right.
So you were practicing your ball and chain move. And all.
Hip toss. I remember the hip toss. And you were in there witnessing.
Yeah, I didn't. Joe had said something and it started a wrestle match. I don't remember what it was. I remember it just started a wrestle match. And I remember Joe's mom saying, all right, that's enough.
Yeah.
But you guys kept wrestling.
Well,
yeah.
Boys will be boys.
Yeah. And then Chip.
And I don't remember who or what happened, but she was trying to. This is at the foot of the bed.
Yeah.
In between, how every hotel room has the TV on the dresser.
Yeah.
And his mom was trying to squeak by, and we were wrestling, and I slung Joe. I think I
hip
pushed.
Toss or whatever.
Oh yeah, I did Joe, and it knocked his mom into the TV.
It knocked.
It did knock the TV over, fuck it up or something.
No, it just it knocked it into the walls.
Okay. And to this day, and I've known her for, what, 15, 16 years now?
At least, yeah.
I have not heard her curse besides this one time. And she goes, you guys knock that shit out right now. And I fucking I was like.
I remember when she said that, I was like, I remember my jaw drop. I was like, oh my God.
I was like, I'm going to go back to my room.
Yeah. You said that. I'm going to go back to my room. Sorry. And then you left. And I was like, I remember looking at my mom. And Mom's like shaking her head. And I was like, well, I mean, what the fuck? I mean, I was just sitting there. I mean, what am I getting the eye for? I'm just a bystander.
So what was the damage control on that after? Because I think I left right away.
Yeah, you walked out, and I remember my mom looking at me and shaking her head, and I was like, I remember shrugging her I was standing off to the side. I was like, what the fuck?
Do you think you were probably egging us on though?
Oh yeah, I was.
Probably.
I'm sure that's why she was shaking her head.
Yeah.
I remember her picking the TV up. It's yelling at Joe, I told you to stop, and Joe's like, well, I mean, and then that was Joe's he was like, well, I mean, we were just right. And then that was kind of it. It just kind of fizzled out because she was like, I mean, I'm sorry to
right. But she said knock that shit off or something.
Yeah. She said,
and
I told you guys to knock the shit off, and I was like, I remember her saying that. I was like, I mean, I'm used to my mom yelling at me like that.
Right,
I was like, oh, okay, but because it was Susie. I was like, oh. I was like, holy shit, she's actually mad. I mean,
So that was the big Arizona story.
Yes.
So but some 18-year-old kid did someone maybe even have a fake ID? But were we dumb enough to roll 10 or 12 deep with the fake
absolutely
ID?
Absolutely, we were outside window shopping on the fucking chew and porn.
We're okay, go in and order 8 different cans, a variety, and there's a bunch of boys outside
taking orders.
With,
you should have a waiter, writing it down.
And
so getting back to the original, Carlos Santana's bashing.
There was no Fortnite.
The Fortnite
that we could.
But we got yelled at for. Remember, so we had
Florida,
bought.
Right?
And this was in Arizona. We had bought.
Oh damn!
During the wood bat game. So remember, you got smoked in the side with that line
I got
drive.
hit. Yeah.
So Chipper was pitching, line drive back up the middle, hit him in the side.
Yeah. And I fell down and.
Yeah, we were laughing.
Yeah,
we were laughing.
In retrospect, I was getting yelled at because I got struck by this ball.
Pick it up,
throw
it out. Whatever.
Coming back at 90 to 100 miles an hour, hit me in the fucking stomach.
Yeah, and you started walking around like you got shot.
I know.
I was like, sniper! So we
weren't playing every game. We weren't startars. Or I was pitching.
And I was on third base. I remember hitting you holy shit. Remember I walked up to you. I remember walking up to you dude, are you okay? You're like, no. So, at this point, so after that, we were on the bench. It was the second game, right?
Yeah.
So we were. So
and you're playing 2 to 3 games a day.
Yeah.
For Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
So I think we played the first 2, and then we were sitting the last.
Right. Yeah.
2 or whatever it was. So we were sitting there, and remember you had bought. Obviously, I don't think you remember, but you had bought a pounder.
Of sunflower seeds.
Sunflower seeds.
Okay.
So we were eating sunflower seeds. Chipper and I were eating a pound of sunflower seeds, and we were making this seed volcano.
Okay.
Remember, we were spitting it into a pile. We were trying to make this
it was
volcano
a mountain
of shells.
Yeah.
And we were poking a hole in it, and then
we pour water in it and shit.
Yeah, we were. Yeah, we did. We poured water in it, and then we had. Our parents were there, so they got us hot dogs. Remember, we're eating hot dogs, and we're looking at.
And just to preface, this is. We've been here for what, 5-6 hours.
Yes.
It's Arizona.
And it was, even though it was the winter time, I remember it was the winter time. It was still 95 fucking degrees.
And we had these these thick cotton t-shirt jerseys.
Oh, yeah.
And we weren't. It was we weren't gonna play that day, so we were checked out. I guess basically is the best way to say.
Yeah. So he had told us previously. Remember, we had played 2 games. So now these 2. So somebody else was gonna play 2 games because there were scouts and all this other shit there. So they were giving everybody exposure. So we knew we weren't gonna play. So we were doing our.
We were dicking around a little bit. Yeah.
And remember East Bay? Remember that magazine with
all the equipment.
So we were looking at East Bay, like trying to find our next bat.
Yeah.
And we were eating hot dogs and doing our seed volcano. And I remember the coach like,
So maybe we should have been on like the other side of the fence. Like
yeah,
if we were watching the game, that would be unacceptable behavior.
we were on the bad side of the fence.
Oh,
and
okay.
we were just
We were riding the pine, if you will.
riding the pine and horsing around. I remember him walking up going, "Are you guys serious?" I remember him like just yelling at us, like looking at him, like, he's like, reading a magazine, eating hot dogs.
We were getting our ass kicked, right?
Yeah,
too?
that didn't help. We were just getting pounded. Because now, this wood bat tourney, remember, these guys were in college. Remember this? Because these motherfuckers were like
What?
20 years old. Yeah, I remember. These were like 20-year-olds. Like they were way
They were way bigger and faster.
way
and
bigger,
stuff.
bigger, faster, stronger.
Yeah.
They were legit. Like they were throwing like 95. I remember
that.
like going up to the plate and like with my wood fucking bat. Remember that guy was like 95. Like, oh, I can't do this. I can't do this. I'm just gonna hang.
I remember this league, the summer thing we played in. It would be like, oh, this guy's pitching, and they'd be like, oh yeah, he's on a full ride to like Long Beach State or like some really good baseball school, and they're like,
Okay,
he throws 92, 95.
Legion. This is as we're talking.
Didn't we also hold on to go back to that whilst the seed volcano and looking at the Baseball America magazine and eating the hot dog? Didn't the other team hit a home run and we were getting blown out so hard that we stood up and cheered for them?
Yeah.
I don't think that helped our situation.
Holy shit! We started like, oh.
I mean, a wood bat bomb when you're fucking 17. That's
Like,
impressive.
wow.
Yeah. Anyway, I digress.
I do remember playing in summer league, and
The Mustangs. That was the name of that team. The Mustangs.
oh, that's right.
Yeah.
That's right. There was this pitcher. His last name was Robinson. I remember it was like, he's got a
From Bella Vista.
Yeah, he's got a ride to the Cleveland Indians. He was a draft pick by the Cleveland Indians. Remember, he threw like
At a
95.
Oh, yeah. He was like equivalent to the guy on our high school, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was 95. He threw 95 miles an hour, and he was lefty. I remember him throwing this fucking slider, and I thought it was going to hit me, and I broke across the chest. Like, I'm fucking striking out. I remember thinking in my head, I'm striking out. I might as well just walk back to the dugout. I hope he fucking throws 4 balls in the dirt. I'm not going to do this. I can't do this.
Lefty on lefty, too.
Yeah,
That's
I
filth.
was like, I can't do this.
I'm not mentally equipped to handle this.
I hope he throws fucking 4 that's not even close, because there's no way I can do this.
Wow. Well, I'm having like memories from Florida. I thought the seed volcano was in Florida.
Was it in Florida?
I
swear that was in Arizona. I remember doing that in Arizona.
It was hot as fuck out there.
I
Though.
can't remember. Maybe it was Florida.
And then I feel the summer ball, we just did a lot of dicking around because it didn't matter.
No, I remember Kitty's dad was our coach in summer.
Oh.
With like this.
Dude's a clown.
He had like a page of signs. He had like a
But they hadn't changed for like 6 years. So if you'd been on his team, you could you knew what the signs were.
Yeah,
Now
that was when we had the doubleheader. Remember that? That was when
I
got hurt. You got hurt when we had the doubleheader. That was 108 when we had to go to Arrowhead Hills. You played the first game, and then you went to play Little League. That's when you broke your knee.
Oh yeah, broke my knee.
Broke your knee. And then we had to play.
And he was probably not very happy.
No, he was pissed. But we had to play 4 more games after that. 4 more games.
Oh, and I didn't come because I was injured.
You were injured, so we had to play, and it was.
It wasn't Joe and Dana and a couple other people leaving early to go play a little.
Yes.
Because for some reason we were going into our junior year.
Yeah, we were going to our junior year,
and we're like, wouldn't it be sick if we like fucking dominated Little League, the senior or junior division, whatever it was?
Yeah.
And didn't we make it to section or something
all the way?
Yeah. But then poor Cerny, they just rode him hard.
Yeah, I actually had to go pitch. Bean a bunch of people and shit. I was like, holy fuck. I don't know what I'm doing.
Man. So now to bring it back, you're a major league. To bring it all the way back. You're a major league player. How much is Carlos Santana making?
I mean, league minimum's like $400K, so at least that. 500K. But I'm gonna say he's gonna make a couple mil.
Let's see.
I'm going to say 6 mil.
His designated hitter is 32. What's Ernie?
6 mil?
2018, he, on the Phillies, his base salary is 15 mil.
Ooh.
3.33333 signing bonus for a cool 18.
Oh, fuck.
This year, he'll be making 20 mil.
Is with the Phillies again?
Indians.
Oh, he's back with the Indians.
And then next year, he will be making 20 mil again. But in 2021, he's going to the Mariners. Or the Mariners are paying $17 million of his salary.
Wow. That's like some Bobby Bonilla shit right there.
Wow. That's not...
It's not chump change.
No. I mean, if you were trying to... I would be... During the game, if you're playing fucking video games...
I'd be pissed.
I would be also pissed.
Like, we were... I think it was a little different.
We were kids.
Yeah, and we were in the dugout. We were like... And we were just like...
Not in the clubhouse.
No, and we were still quasi-involved in the game. I mean,
Quasi.
we were there, and I mean, we were
More or
told
less.
we're not going to play. You know, it's like, oh, okay, you know. Yeah, but we were also 15.
Do you remember in Legion when we went to Reno, and this is back when I was dipping,
Yes.
and Nevada has different tax on tobacco than California.
Yes.
And I went to some place, like some fucking HOA, or
was
what's
like
the
some-
KOA
Yeah, it was some janky. Yes.
thing. They had cans of chew, 25 cents each. I said, how much do you have left? And I just plumped down $5, and
That's right.
I was so happy.
It was the Grizzly shit, wasn't it?
Grizzly Mint.
Yep.
Long cut. And remember I
You
dipped
hold it
a
up.
whole can?
You hold it up to the light, and it shimmers with the fiberglass.
yeah.
And the
And I was like, I'm actually right now, I'm legit like thinking of what that tastes like. Remember I dipped the whole can?
yeah.
Because we were on the bench,
'Cause
and that was just like
we were
shit that
betting.
we would do.
Yeah, like baseball, like you see like those like bloopers where like hot foot, like where they have the hot foot. And
Oh yeah, they
throw
put the
seed.
bubble gum on their
Yeah.
hat or something. Yeah.
So like baseball, there is a lot of sitting around,
Downtime, yeah.
especially there's a lot of downtime, especially like if you're a pitcher.
yeah.
So you just start fucking around. That's just kind of what you do.
And I knew there was absolutely zero chance of me playing unless coach was trying to fuck with me and like get me an at bat or something, which
Yeah.
wasn't going to happen.
yeah,
And it was like, hey, I threw yesterday, so I'm going to throw on Friday or something,
yeah,
whatever.
and you know.
Yeah.
So you have a schedule, you know. And I remember it's like
What I did know, I ain't doing shit this game.
so like you're like. I remember it would start off like you would like do the like
pack
snap
it
and then
down.
you pack it down and then you like take a pinch and then it'd be like, is that all you got? I bet you can't do another pinch.
donkey chokers.
Yeah, and then you
Right.
say donkey choker and then you would say donkey choker like
yeah.
if it's a real donkey choker then you can't put the whole can in your fucking mouth. Oh okay, yeah. And then it was just like it would escalate.
Oh. Would everyone else join in the dip if you weren't playing? I think.
We did, yeah.
Yeah.
Because at that point in time, like for the 90% of you that are listening that have never done
Yeah.
chew, like it's like the first few times that you do it, it's like being drunk. Remember, like
Oh, yeah, you're
throw it
really
in, like, you start
disoriented,
spinning and stuff like that. So then, like, if you knew you weren't playing, you'd be like, all right. So you
You can
like,
kind of
throw
get a
it in.
release. Yeah.
So you throw it in, you'd be like, whoa.
Yeah.
You know.
I mean, but for me, I was on my, umpteenth whatever.
Yeah. So
And
you're
it was just like.
keeping the buzz
Yeah,
alive.
I know. Just trying to stop the shaking. What other dugout? Man, this is the pod for Joe. He would
This is.
he would have
Because
crushed
he would
it.
fuck around with us too. We would do. Remember, we'd like lick the seeds and we'd like shoot them at each other.
Oh,
like,
that's
you'd, like,
right, and you'd,
pinch
like,
them,
flick
like,
'em.
You know, and then you'd hit him in the neck, and they'd be like, you'd find you would shoot it at somebody who would be really serious about stuff, like
Right.
Kitty, and he
Yeah.
would be like, we shoot it at him, like, who's doing that? Who's fucking around?
And then Cerny and Joe and I would be like, what?
Huh?
What are you talking about, huh?
I don't know. Oh,
Or remember how
Harry? That was,
Oh,
it was
yeah,
Harry.
yeah.
That was Harry.
he's coming for a job. He would remember how many times we would like
Yes.
tape and untape our bats, like
Oh,
doing
yeah.
designs on bats, and then people like, whoa, because it was a popular thing to have like because Barry Bonds was doing that big fat handle
Oh,
with
yeah,
like tons of
the-
athletic tape,
Yep.
and I
So Chipper,
know how I learned to do that.
So hold on.
okay,
So Chipper had access because he worked in the
Oh, right.
special ed, or he worked in the special ed like athletic.
Because that was the
thing.
TA for
TA. So you
for the baseball
so you
coach.
found out where the athletic tape was held. Remember,
Is that really how I got it?
you would help yourself to some tape.
Oh,
Allegedly.
Cerny,
Allegedly.
I allegedly, honestly don't remember this.
I do remember because
Okay.
we used to hit you up like, okay, so next time you're in that class, could you grab me a roll? I'm like, no problem. So we would. So we had spools of this athletic tape.
We could have opened a fucking PT.
Absolutely, we had like a
physical
fucking
therapy
box
shop.
of it. You had like a box of it, like you knew where it was, and we would like cut them. We would do X. Remember, we do like the X design, then we'd unravel them.
Like every game, we'd have a different fucking design on our
Yes.
bats. Do you
And,
think
like,
Coach ever got clued into that?
no,
No.
because like we would get hits, so like, oh, this is it. Like, so you got on a hot streak, and then once you went cold, like,
You got to change
just
it
the
up.
Fucking tape, take it undone, and then you would do something like you would do like the swirl design.
Do
or
you
whatever it was.
remember we were on like a real bad O for gopher?
Mm-hmm.
And obviously we're in high school, so getting a slump buster sort of out of the question, unfortunately. I brought rubbing alcohol,
Yes.
and we like washed
Washed
all
our
the
bats.
ounce off the bat,
Out of the
and we
bats.
like cleansed the bat.
It's like a whole fucking ceremony.
We
of
did. It was like out of fucking major league. I stole.
oh, boxes of athletic tape.
Wow.
Because you
I
and the pad. Remember there was like
Cerny,
the
I
pad.
do-
Remember the pad that
Oh,
would
the
go
pre-wrap.
The pre-wrap. You had
So you would not rip your hairs off.
yes. So
Because
you-
we would. Oh,
so
that's
you-
right.
I
We would
found
tape,
pre-wrap,
tape
so-
our wrists.
and we would tape. Yeah, and you found the pre-wrap, and then we would. I mean, we had black and white tape.
multiple colors.
Yeah, we had different colors.
I honestly.
In fact, I
have
still have
no-
a bat that we taped,
like one of the wood ones.
the wood ones with the X design on it. I still have it.
Because remember, you could rip it in like small. So like what is it? About 2 inches maybe, or like an inch and a half.
Yeah, it's about 2 inches. You're right. About inch and a half.
And
2
you
inches,
could
yeah.
like just rip one
Right
bit,
down the middle.
and you can get a perfect little like quarter inch or half-inch design, and you could do really cool
I
designs.
still have that design that we did.
We were. I mean,
We were good
yeah.
because that like
We were just sitting on the bench a lot. That's I think
yeah,
the problem
yeah,
here.
because I remember Zach, he got a bat
Yeah.
and he didn't like the wrap, so he didn't like the color, so we got like a white one because
Yeah.
it was like a black or no, it was a green wrap. He's like, I don't like this. I want this white color. I said, all right, so we got the
You
white
went to
tape.
like Dick's
Yeah.
Sporting Goods or something.
So I got the white tape, and I started unraveling. He's like, "Do you know how to wrap a bat?" And I was like, "Do I know how to?
Take a seat, boy.
Watch me work." So
Now-
I wrapped it. And he's like, "This is just as good." I said, "I know."
Are you in the room, Kristen? You should come in here. So we went to Dick's Sporting Goods,
Okay.
and my wife can attest to this. If she comes in, I summoned her.
She's coming.
She's a little slow. She's like 8.5 months pregnant. We might have to stop the pod
The deliver.
to go deliver. And you can speak if you like. You're obviously welcome to. Now, we went to Dick's Sporting Goods, and remember back in the day, where would you even go to get baseball? You had to order out a catalog, right?
East Bay.
East Bay. We went to Dick's Sporting Goods. They have glove softeners, every
Oh,
bat, every fucking type of thing.
Every weight,
Here you go.
every single weight of a bat that you could possibly want, every single length, every type of web and weave in a glove that you could possibly even look
And these were gloves that were never
cool brands that you had to special order and then
Special
like
order,
a
yeah.
month to get
Here, you
like,
come over here.
different leathers.
And I mean, anyway. And as a softball player,
Oh my god.
I would guess this wasn't Title IX was still a controversial decision that men and women could have separate.
Title IX was a catalog that you could order women's sporting equipment from.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
That was like one of the first big women's brands.
And so we so we went to like Dick's Sporting Goods, and just the array. And
It's everywhere.
do you remember like, oh, we need to order 50 wiffle balls? It'd be like, okay, it'll be here in a month. Like,
Yes,
we had
yes,
no
yeah.
way to get this, and now you just fucking drive to the store and it's right
It's
there.
right there. I remember East Bay was like the spot where you would like.
There was another. actually in Folsom. Remember that baseball store?
Bases Loaded.
Bases Loaded.
We
That
drove
was
around
the-
forever. Yeah, that was like
That was the mecca.
That was the mecca of baseball.
That was a mecca. Oh man. Any did you ever hear any of our dugout, or what was the softball? What would you ladies do in the dugout, like to fuck around when you knew where you were playing during tournaments, like during summer? Any good stories?
Maybe it's just
No
us
good
jerk
stories. Maybe it's
offs.
just us. I mean, we were focused, but
No.
no.
We're not focused.
I didn't. Cerny told me that I stole athletic tape from the special needs room.
No, you were part of the special needs, but you got access.
I was enrolled?
No, you're the TA. You got to the office and you found where they kept
The storage.
And I remember it wasn't in the storage. It was like a room with the cabinets. I can't remember where it was. And on top of the cabinets was a box. And you remember you pulling the box down and you used like athletic tape and pre-wrap, and that's where
I
we got
just
all
took
our
the whole
tape.
box
No,
or something.
You took as upon request.
Oh, or like the Johnny Cash song, "One Piece at a Time."
Yes.
Okay. Anything you need to add? We told the story about when we knocked Joe's mom over and how she cursed at us, and I don't think I've ever heard her cuss. Yeah. So, well, thank you for weighing in on the Dick's Sporting Goods. There is no such thing. Now, our children have no idea of the
They'll never
lengths
know
that we went
the
through.
struggle.
I remember getting that magazine, and my brother and I, like Christmas morning, would sit down with a Sharpie and just circle the wish list.
Yeah. Yes. It's like
Oh, look at this Rawlings glove
a
with
composite bat.
I know.
It is too. Oh, I'm getting this.
Now, did you have to? This is. We're really tapping into the old memories for me. Do you remember having to try like convince your old man to like buy you a wood bat for this tournament, and they're like, you don't know how to hit with that and all this shit?
Yeah. Like this bat, it is. Remember, like maple bat. It is.
It's a harder wood.
How much is that?
$70 or something.
You're gonna break it. I'm not spending $70 for something you're gonna break. So there's like some $20 ash bat. And it was like heavy as fuck. Remember, it was the Babe Ruth.
And this is about the time when Under Armour came out, right?
Oh,
like when it first came mainstream.
Yeah.
And your parents.
So I just had a conversation with one of the boys about, because they need to wear a sleeve, and I said, why don't you get some Under Armour?
Wait, they need
like a sleeve, like they want to stay warm, but they don't want it. They can't wear like obviously like a shirt. Like, with their baseball. I said, why don't you wear some Under Armour? And they said, like the shoes, and I was like, oh, boys, that's how Under Armour started.
Was
like,
the Under
Armour, like it was your undershirt. That's what we had.
It was
like,
your armor.
You had the cool one and the hot one.
Yep.
I remember, like, that was,
the hot one was so nice. Remember when it'd be fucking cold? It was like fleece lined.
Oh yeah,
and a little mock
and it was
turtleneck.
thick. Oh yeah, that was the best.
Damn. And it was. I remember being 16 and saying, "Okay, you want to be cool? Wear this long sleeve shirt when you pitch."
Oh yeah.
I was like,
it was like,
hold on,
like
this
here
doesn't
to
make
your body.
any
Oh
sense.
yeah. I felt old when I was like, all right, boys, this is how this shoe company started.
I know.
This is what we used to wear. This was Under Armour. This is why it's called Under Armour.
Because they would do this. Remember sliding shorts?
Yes,
and stuff.
I had some
Under
of those.
Armour
Yeah,
ones.
Yeah.
And I remember we had, because our baseball high school, we had two different color jerseys. We had a maroon one, and then we had the black one.
Mm-hmm.
I was partial to maroon. I don't know why. Probably because the white and the hats were cool.
Yeah, we had like the Texas
it was,
Longhorns.
Yeah, it was like
style.
modeled after
Texas Longhorns.
yeah. Thank you, Sonny. And I remember having different, like a maroon Under Armour and then a black one and like all this stuff. Wow.
Cold and hot.
Cold and hot,
so we had, basically had four pair.
I don't think you would ever wear the short sleeve ones. I don't ever remember that.
No, because it was short sleeves. I would just wear whatever.
Right.
Like a tee. No, yeah, I'd wear a tee.
Yeah. Huh. And now everybody's making them.
Yeah.
Nike, whatever.
Oh,
Everybody.
They all have it.
Now, I've noticed well, we're running a little long. But anyway. Who cares? A lot of kids now have the custom jerseys. Like with the names on the back.
Yeah.
I feel like that these sites are, this is something that to get a custom jersey would have cost our parents 200 bones back in the day.
Back in the day.
Like never would have happened. And now they a dime a dozen. Just print them up,
easy,
no problem. Yeah.
Oh, we can get it. Like hats with their
name stitched on the side and shit.
Embroidered on it. It was like
fucking wearing fitted hats. I'm like, this kid's 9.
Yeah.
I'm like questioning.
We had the snapbacks.
I know. Remember, you would go behind someone and you just unsnap it. Yeah.
And then we get all pissed, like, oh, what the fuck? It's like it was, you can never undo it.
Yeah. Or actually, remember, you would put the tape around it to lock in your thing.
You would lock it in.
Yeah. Well, that was our. Don't play Fortnite in the clubhouse if you're on the Phillies or anywhere. I mean, I think
volcano perfectly acceptable for Chip and Cern, but Fortnite.
I feel like that should have gone. That should have been okay.
Yeah, because we were still in the game. We were just.
I think he was just upset because
we were getting our
fucking ass kicked.
Embarrassed.
We probably were getting embarrassed. I was embarrassed with the jerseys and the hats that we had.
Oh yeah, that was pretty bad.
Those were pretty bad, and I remember specifically thinking I was promised something better.
Yeah, I know. Like, oh, okay.
Like not a $5 gray hat with like some shitty fucking embroidery on it. Like I was promised something.
Yeah.
We literally had a t-shirt. It was a t-shirt, right? It didn't even have buttons.
No, it was like a tee. It was.
We got bamboozled, sir.
We did.
Anyway,
so it goes.
Well, if you have any stories of your misspent youth, maybe athletically, maybe you borrowed tape from the special needs students.
Academically,
I don't know.
Whatever.
Academically, you tell us. Where are they going to send that to, Cerny?
You can either email us at chipandcernshow@gmail.com. Chip and Cern Show, anything Chip and Cern Show. See us social media, which would be Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Just Google Chip and Cern Show. We also have chipandcernshow.com. We have some, if you want to let us know while wearing some Chip and Cern Show merch, there's chipandcernshow.com/shop. And what else, Chip?
Teespring.com and just search Chip and Cern Show.
Well, there you go.
I'm texting Joe. I said, we just told the story when we knocked your mom into the TV.
There you go.
In Arizona. Anything else, Cerny?
That's it.
Tell a friend.
That's it. Tell
an enemy.
Enemy. Anybody. Just tell somebody.
Until next time, I'm Chip.
I'm Cern.
Cheers.